A simple question we get asked all the time here at Altcoin Buzz. If you had $1,500 to invest, what would you buy? I'm going to be answering that question today very simply with three of our favorite altcoins. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. I wish you the best of luck as always if you choose to invest truly. But just remember that I'm not a financial or investment advisor. And by extension, that means that this video is not official financial or investment advice. So if I only had $1,500 to invest, the question becomes, where would I look? Ecosystem growth is a big deal, really, as all the projects that built during the bear market are starting to reap the benefits right now. And so that means that big layer one chains and interoperability chains have a big opportunity in this market, especially if you believe, as I do, that the future is multi-chain. And so with that in mind, the first pick on today's list is Polkadot. And there isn't necessarily a ton of new stuff to report when it comes to Polkadot. We went a little bit more in depth in our dedicated video. Check this one out for our top 4 projects within the Polkadot ecosystem. But I'd say we made a pretty compelling bullish case here where we discussed, for example, the addition of native USDC to use or move across parachains. We also talked about all the parachain and crowd loan related forced long-term holders of DOT and how the parachain ecosystem is growing rapidly. Technological improvements like sharding to allow a validator to confirm transactions on different parachains at the same time. And a lot of other great stuff that's happening within Polkadot. But honestly, despite all of these solid reasons that really the entire DOT ecosystem wants to and actually has to hold DOT, the price of Polkadot's token is still lagging a little bit in the market. And the truth is, as much as possible, we actually try to avoid comparing one token's price to another. But in this case, DOT is up only a couple of percentage points versus where it was 12 months ago. So not a lot of positive delta at all over the course of the last year. But that very much is in contrast to the other big blue chips out there in crypto. Consider Solana. Solana is up 378.8%. Ethereum is up 64%. Chainlink is up 144%. And Bitcoin is up nearly 110% versus where it was a year ago. And look, Solana is a bit of an exception here. Okay, a lot of people wrote it off for dead and it resurrected itself very impressively. But other than Solana, if we consider it to be an exception, for example, let's then consider ETH. ETH is up 64% versus a year ago. But if you look at everything that Polkadot did versus everything that Ethereum did, Polkadot is much, much better than just 64% improved versus where it was a year ago, if you take a look at all the fundamentals that they've built on. And so at least to me, it becomes a very simple thesis. If you think DOT will continue to grow, or at least continue to improve its position as a blue chip crypto project, then it is still at a crazy bargain right now for whatever reason, at least compared to its other crypto blue chip peers. That segues us pretty nicely into our number 2 pick for today, which is Solana. And as I mentioned a moment ago, a whole lot of people left Solana for dead, not me, but especially with the FTX effect hanging over it, things were looking pretty bleak for a while there. But as I said a moment ago, it is up 378.8% in the last 12 months, and it's very much relevant again. But you may be wondering, why is it on this $1,500 investment list if it's already done a 4x just about in the last year? Well, first, the momentum is positive and it's continuing to move quickly. We can all see that. But there are a couple of other reasons that SOL should continue to be bullish in the context of this market. First of all, we have meme coins, which we don't talk much about here at Altcoin Buzz. And, that's for specific reasons. They're very much a gamble. But we also have to admit that crypto investors do like to gamble, at least some of them. And meme coins have a place in the market. It may not be my favorite aspect of the market, but it exists. We have to acknowledge that. And Solana unquestionably is the home to all of the most massive and the most popping meme coins right now. And all of them, no matter what silly names they have, think Bonk, Banana Cat, whatever, all of them need SOL to trade in and out of them. And the SOL meme coin market is actually almost $1 billion. Which is pretty amazing, since a year ago it was pretty much at zero, arguably less than zero. And on a more serious note, this is probably truly the center of our bull case for Solana. they are doing more than most chains to become the dominant retail crypto user chain. They are definitely number 1 or number 2 to ETH in the NFT market. Magic Eden is right there with OpenSea. And believe it or not, the Jupiter DEX is doing more daily volume than Uniswap right now. Solana dApps have the reputation of being the easiest to use with really the least friction, which is a great reputation. And although there are a couple of excellent EVM wallets like Rabby, Trust Wallet, and Argent, both Phantom and Solflare have a much smoother experience than MetaMask or even most wallets that support EVM. And with the super low fees and high transaction throughput, Solana is a serious contender to be the retail chain. Yes, it is a VC chain and not very decentralized at all. But you know what? Ethereum is not that decentralized either. So really pick your poison. We are really, really big fans of Solana. We continue to feel that new all-time highs are imminent, basically. But just to kind of play devil's advocate, we compared Solana and Injective and made the case for Injective overtaking Solana in terms of really market cap, because Injective, despite Solana's meteoric growth in 2023, Injective has actually seen even higher numbers over the last 12 months. So check out that video. It is very, very speculative, but we lay out the case as to why Injective could overtake Solana one day. Listen up if you're watching this as an American, because I'm talking to you. Because we've actually found an exchange that offers you the best of both worlds. Want to trade spot markets on over 400 trading pairs and without KYC? Yeah, you can. Want to trade perpetuals markets on over 150 trading pairs with KYC that accepts Americans, by the way, Canadians too? Yeah, you can also do that. The only exchange we've seen in the market that lets you do both simple spot trading without KYC and perps trading with KYC that Americans can use is BYDFi. And along with the great fees and almost no slippage on trade orders, you also get up to $8,698 in bonuses just for trying BYDFi. And then in addition, you also get our flagship Altcoin Buzz Alpha service totally free for 1 month. And you can check out BYDFi today by clicking the link in either the description of this video or the pinned comment below. All right, and finally, last but not least here, the last allocation of our $1,500 is going to be into Kujira and the KUJI token, KUJI. You probably already know that we like this project a lot because it's in our master portfolio. That is no accident, because Kujira is a real yield chain with dApps and a very rapidly growing ecosystem. Its focus is DeFi and financial services via crypto for the masses. But the yield is genuine because it comes from the protocol fees that Kujira earns, like on their Findex, their FINdex. Kujira means whale in Japanese, and their motto is everyone deserves to be a whale. And this is reflected in services like Orca that let you bid on liquidated loan assets at a discount. And you can see here that this is a bid market on liquidated Atom, ATOM. Now, before Orca, only market makers, insiders, and really others in a preferable position could bid on these kinds of assets. But now, anyone can do this as long as they use Orca on Kujira. And so to say that we're big fans of Kujira is very much an understatement. As far as the narratives, as far as the important factors that we're looking for, we are very much aligned with all the things that Kujira is trying to accomplish. And like Solana rising from the dead just about in 2023, this was also a time that people really started to discover Kujira. It is up 280 or so percent in the last 12 months, but it's also down about 30% in the last couple of months. So there's a little bit of a correction here and profit taking going on, no doubt. But that's okay with us. We're not short-termers. We see this as just a better buying opportunity, really. And we see no reason why Kuji could not do a 15 or possibly 20x and become a $10 billion market cap project by the time the bull run is over. For context right now, check out this market cap. It is still relatively low at only $441 million. Altcoin Buzz Alpha is proud to say that we now have a winning portfolio spread among different sectors. And additionally, we're also very well positioned to get into good IDOs. And if you're into passive income and airdrops, just check out the number that we've received until now. Add to that the original TIA airdrop and all the others that are upcoming. We've achieved this by giving several deeply researched and diversified calls. Just check out some of these numbers from December 2023, last month. And right now, the plan moving forward is to reallocate profits to low caps, to diversify into new segments, to keep getting bigger and better airdrops, to catch the latest trends like Bitcoin and Linea inscriptions, and to dollar cost average during market flushes. We just recently introduced a yearly subscription to Patreon, and you can take advantage of that because if you subscribe to that yearly plan for a limited time, you get 1 month's membership completely free. Check us out by clicking on the link in the description of this video and the pinned comment below.